Fujian Jinjiang Hesu Machine Company Limited. Warning: we are greatly appreciated for your purchasing products of Jinjiang Hesu Machine Company Limited. This disc will give you a visual show for purpose, installation, commissioning, operation, daily maintenance, simple troubleshooting and other safety precautions of ZDMJ automatic stone polishing machine. You are suggested to use this disc with reference to instructions, and it will help you understand and use products of our company more rapidly and specifically. This disc will, as far as possible, give you a clear and visual show in a dynamic form with respect to daily maintenance of relevant machines. Hope to avoid unnecessary waste of time and pecuniary loss. This disc is available for the buyer only. Anyone is not allowed to copy this disc in any form unless it is expressly authorized by Jinjiang Hesu Machine Company Limited. Fujian Jinjiang Hesu Machine Company Limited is a new high-tech enterprise in Fujian Province. The company passed ISO 9001-2008 International Quality Certificate and obtained many honors and titles, such as Technological Innovation Model Enterprise in Quanzhou City, New High-Tech Enterprise Certificate of Fujian Province, Excellent New Product Award of Fujian Province, Pioneer Model Enterprise in China's industry, and Top 10 Global Strategic Partner Enterprise of World Stone Economic Forum. Over the last 2 decades, Jinjiang Hesu Machine Company Limited has obtained new product development award and a product patent for invention for many times, and introduced to the market several new products with independent product patents. Moreover, Hesu series of stone machines always take a high share and a proportion in China's stone market, and have been continuously expanded into a variety of large stone machining bases all over the world. Profile of characteristics of ZDMJ automatic stone polishing machine. ZDMJ series automatic stone polishing machines in the second generation are another new product developed by our company by applying advanced structural design and electric automatization control system according to the requirements of stone markets at home and abroad. Transducer auto-induction variable frequency regulation is applied into polishing plate translation swing, and the contact pressure of the polishing plate is pneumatically controlled via reconcilable automatic adjustment, ascending and descending. PLC center control is applied into operation system, using visual touch terminals to design parameters and adjust operation equipment. Spindle box of grinding head ascends and descends depending on automatic pneumatic control by applying free lifting structure principles of high-precision sliding sleeve. Such machines are featured by novel structural design, rapid revolving speed in grinding and production efficiency higher than similar products. Grinding head with an adjustable lifting stroke is used to reduce recoil force of the head and adjust positions of high and low limits of the grind, which is useful to reduce thickness of grinding materials, improve service life of belt, accelerate material production speed, and reduce consumption of grinding materials. Products in this series include common and widened machines with 8 heads, common and widened machines with 12 heads, common and widened machines with 16 heads, common and widened machines with 20 heads, common and widened machines with 24 heads, etc. Our products are complete in specifications and wide in applications, suitable for users with different needs. In addition, we also provide custom-made services according to the user's specific requirements. 1. Hardware and software requirements before installation. For an earlier and safer use of ZDMJ automatic stone polishing machine, the user after purchase of products in this series should design relevant plans, power supply, water supply, and other ancillary facilities according to production capability of the product and other specific requirements. Please refer to instructions for specific technical parameters. Plant and production site are usually selected in the naturally favorable environment with good ventilation and water drainage. For water saving, our circulation water tank, usually more than 3 cubic meter in volume, should be excavated near the machine. Divided into 2 parts for circulation for water saving as well as filtration and sedimentation. Convenience for mobilization and hoisting should be taken into account during design of channel and height of the plant. The user should first plan the installation position of the machine according to the assembly line installation foundation drawing provided. After the plant area is leveled, the foundation should be poured according to dimension requirement in the foundation drawing. After curing period, the assembly line should be installed. Also, the user should designate professionals to participate into training for installation and operation skills, so as to master operation skills of the machine. 2. Installation procedures. Our company will send engineering installation technicians for installation and technical guidance. The machine should be installed in strict accordance with the installation distribution and arrangement drawing provided by Jinjiang Hesheng Machine Company Limited. The host and all components should be separately hoisted to place. Step 1. Installation of host and auxiliary assembly line. Method 1. Upon foundation pouring according to the foundation drawing provided by the manufacturer, the user should first hoist the host to its place for installation. 4 angles of the host should be marked as A, B, C, and D respectively. The 4 supporting legs against these 4 points are 1, 2, 3, and 4 respectively. Measure the height from the reference to other installation positions, respectively, by taking the installation position at the end of the plate as a measuring reference. Take the highest point as a datum point. Adjust the other 3 points. Set A1 as the highest point. Fix relevant supporting legs and measure the height from A to the datum point at this time. With an arrow less than 1 mm, lock the supporting leg against A at this time. Measure the height of B by taking A as a datum point. Adjust the height of B and measure again the height of A. The height of A and B should be equal, with an arrow less than 1 mm. Lock the leg against B and measure the height of C, and so on, as other positions may be influenced by locking bolt of the supporting leg. It should be adjusted for many times to make the height arrow less than 1 mm and the height arrow of 2 diagonal lines less than 0.5 mm. Lock adjusting bolt after adjustment and adjust other margins successively with this method upon adjustment of 4 foot margins. Upon adjustment of all margins of the machine body, margin of the host should be welded with embedded parts. Method 2. If the machine is installed on the cement floor of the original plant, installation position of the host should be marked according to the relevant requirements of the foundation drawing. Measure height of the foundation at this time with a water wave gauge. Calculate the height arrow and hoist the host into place. Mark the 4 angles at both ends of the host as A, B, C, and D. 4 supporting legs against these 4 points are 1, 2, 3, and 4 respectively. Mark position of the host's foot and then hoist the host. Put the bottom plate in the position of the foot marked previously. Underlay the bottom plate with stone cut previously, with the height difference against the foundation as plus 10 cm. Put the bottom plate on the stone. Draw points at both supporting legs of the foot to make supporting legs of the bottom plate not interfere with the plate. The distance from drill hole to supporting leg is about 10 mm. Drill an installation hole for relevant expansion bolt against the hole position on the bottom plate, with the hole depth larger than 140 mm. Drive the expansion bolt into the installation hole and lock it. The expansion bolt should be welded with supporting legs of the foot. Hoist the operating platform into place again and level and fix the hoist according to steps in Method 1. 2. Installation of feeding transitional frame and drawing transitional frame. According to the requirement in the foundation drawing, first hoist the feeding transitional frame at the feeding end of the host of the polishing machine, and hoist the drawing transitional frame to the ejecting end of the host of the polishing machine. Based on the measurement with tape, the distance from left and right end faces of the operating platform to end faces of left and right transitional frames is 100 mm. Make sure that the feeding and ejecting direction parallels with the transport direction of the host belt. Take side lines of the host operating platform as datum. Draw a datum line with straight line and take a level height of this datum line as datum. During installation of a feeding transitional frame, adjust its baffle to limiting position. Move the frame to make the baffle overlap with the datum line. Put a slab at the host operating platform. Level the frame with the leveling method as for the host. Level height of the operating platform should be 30 mm less than the host operating platform. During installation of a drawing transitional frame, align front and rear centers of the frame with the center of the host operating platform. Put a slab at the ejecting end of the host and level the frame with the leveling method as for the host, making the frame operating table overlap with end face of the host operating platform. Draw up positions of 4 footings. Drill an installation hole at the drawn position of relevant expansion bolt. With the hole depth larger than 100 mm, drive the expansion bolt into the hole and lock it. The expansion bolt should be welded with the transitional frame. 3. Installation of feeding and blanking slab turnover machines. Hoist 2 rails of the slab turnover machine into place. Measure with tape the dimension of left and right rails. Make the dimension of A and B equal to 1,615 mm, with an error less than 5 mm. Measure with tape diagonal lines at both ends of left and right rails to make the dimension of C and D equal to each other. Hoist the machine onto the rail. Dismantle the motor. Drive the turnover steadily, without obvious resistance changes. Left and right rails should be welded and fixed at both ends, respectively, with 2-channel steels. Divide the rail into 3 average sections after deduction of 100 mm, respectively, from both ends to the center with tape. Mark off at each section. Put the rail parallel under the rail and weld it with the rail. Level feeding and blanking slab turnover machine with the leveling method as for the host by taking the installation height datum line of the transitional frame as datum. Make sure that operating table of the slab turnover machine overlap with that of the feeding transitional frame. Drill an installation hole for the expansion bolt at the hole position of the rail parallel, with the hole depth at 100 mm. Drive the expansion bolt and lock it. The expansion bolt should be welded with the rail parallel. Step 2. Concreting to fix machine. 1. Fix foot margins requiring concreting and interception and drainage of the host with a framework at first, and then concrete after. Make sure that relevant dimension is correct. 2. Vibrate during concreting. Make sure that grade of concrete is correct. Water regularly and maintain for more than 1 week or longer in low temperature. Step 3. Installation of auxiliary equipment. According to the requirements of the installation distribution drawing, Lay flat air compressor, gas storage tank, and dryer. Drill a 100 mm deep hole respectively at 3 supporting legs of the gas storage tank. Drive expansion bolt and weld the tank with the expansion bolt. Lock auxiliary equipment one by one. Sequence of installation: air outlet of air compressor, air inlet of gas storage tank, air outlet of gas storage tank, air inlet of dryer, air outlet of dryer, air conditioner. Lock the dryer onto the drying transitional frame. Fix the air blower on the floor with expansion bolt. Step 4. Installation of power, water and gas lines. After maintenance period, water, gas and power lines shall be installed under guidance from installation engineering technicians. Power and open the machine to observe whether any direction of rotation of the assembly line is collected reversely. Adjust inlet pressure of the air compressor. The pressure increases if bolt of the air conditioner is adjusted clockwise, and the pressure decreases if adjusted anti-clockwise. Inlet pressure of the hose is usually adjusted to 0.5 to 0.6 megapascal. Connect the panel turnover machine and the transitional frame respectively to find out whether the direction of rotation of the host motor is collected reversely. Open the air compressor. Rotate knob of the air conditioner to observe whether gas lines are connected reversely and whether the grinding head ascends and descends steadily. Step 5. Greasing and maintenance of lubricating components before commissioning. 1. Check oil level of the air compressor before commissioning. Check once a day for normal operation oil level. Replace oil once after use of a new machine for 1 week. And replace oil once a month for continuous operation. Use domestic LCKC 100 lubricating oil. The air filter should be cleared once after continuous operation for half a month. The air filter should be changed once it is damaged. Oil and water in gas tank of the air compressor and in vertical gas storage tank should be removed once a day. 2. The oil groove on the guide rail at both ends of the hose of the polishing machine should be greased with LHG 32 guide rail lubricating oil. The guide rail must be immersed into the oil greased. Regularly check once a week for daily operation to make sure the oil level as stipulated. For working gears of the end frame, number 2 lithium-based lubricating oil should be greased before startup. 3. Before startup of feeding and ejecting drum bearing pedestal, transitional frame, and panel turnover machine. The oil level shall be checked. Number 2 lithium-based lubricating oil shall be greased. Grease once 3 months is required for daily operation. 4. Beam walking reduction box should be greased with domestic N220 lubricating oil or mobile 630 lubricating oil. Grease once 3 months is required for daily operation. The oil level should be checked in case of operating overtime or high temperature to make sure that the lubricating oil level reaches the standard. 5. The drum reduction box should be greased with domestic LCK C100 lubricating oil or mobile 627 lubricating oil. Grease once 6 months is required for daily operation. The oil level should be checked in case of operating overtime or high temperature to make sure that the lubricating oil level reaches the standard. 6. The air conditioner should be greased with oil specialized for RS-46 screw machine. Regular check of the oil level is required for daily operation. Oil should be greased according to the requirements and make sure that it is not lower than the standard level. 3. Introduction to electric control system. Electric control system of the polishing machine consists of centralized electric control cabinet, touch terminal operation screen, various regulation knobs and switch panel, as well as manually operated panels of each grinding head symmetrically installed on the portal frame of the machine. 1. In the centralized electric control cabinet, There are master control element, Mitsubishi FX3U, PLC system, power switch, air switch, transducer, contactor, relay, DC power panel, and other electric elements. 2. Touch terminal operation panel. The homepage assembly can be used to show operating parameters of the machine, set various parameters, and switch different pictures. 3. The following items are installed on the electric control cabinet operation panel. 1 switch for front and rear movement of the crossbeam respectively. Manual and automatic selection switch of conveyor. Speed governing rotary switch of conveyor. Automatic and manual switch of panel feeder. Automatic and manual switch of grinding head. Manual and automatic changeover switch of beam. Power main switch, switch of air blower, switch of water sweeping disc, and red button switch for emergency shutdown of collection machine grinding head. 4. Manual operation panel of each grinding head is composed of a rotating switch of grinding head motor and an automatic to manual direction switch of air cylinder. It is usually used during change of grinding materials. The switch must be upward at startup. 5. Stop button at the other end of the machine. Red direction switch is used for emergency shutdown for the convenience of short-distance operation. 4. Introduction to pneumatic control system. 1. Model of lifting cylinder B04SC63X100. 2. Model of solenoid valve 4Y310 10AM PC24V. 3. Manual operation panel is composed of 1 CU40, 18PT 021 megapascal pressure gauge, and 1 PK510 manual pressure controller. During manual operation, lifting speed of the head and pressure of the grinding plate can be manually adjusted. Generally, operating pressure of a diamond grinding disc is controlled between 0.35 Pascal and 0.4 Pascal. That of a resin grinding disc between 0.3 Pascal and 0.35 Pascal, and that of a polished grinding disc between 0.45 Pascal and 0.5 Pascal. In actual operations, the pressure can be adjusted according to harness of slab. 4. Model of by Germany air conditioner GFC 315C1. Oil specialized for RS46 screw machine is used. Regular check is required for daily operation to make sure that air is separated normally. 5. Operating instructions. 1. Preparations before startup. Step 1. Check. 1. Check whether grinding disc and grinding materials are favorably installed. Startup for check every time after shutdown. Check whether grinding materials are damaged and replace if damaged. 2. Open the water pump to check whether water is normally pumped or supplied. Step 2. Start up. 1. Open electric control cabinet of the machine. Connect the power main switch and branch switch respectively and check whether 3-phase power is normal. 2. After connection with power, observe the touch screen. The machine can be operated after Jinjiang Hesheng Machine Company Limited or Mingxing Machine Company Limited, and equipment drawings are displayed on the screen. 2. Operation of the equipment. Step 1. Operate the host. 1. Rotate manual and automatic switch to the manual position. Open front and rear swing switches respectively. Operate once to make sure they are all operated normally. At this time, check whether switch of each grinding head is at its automatic position. Rotate manual and automatic switch to the automatic position. Press down automatic start button and then start the machine normally. 2. During front and rear swing of crossbeam. The belt is started. Observe whether the belt and the crossbeam are operated normally at the same time. Grinding can be started after all items are normal. Step 2. Start grinding. 1. Fit all slabs requiring grinding onto the transitional frame with slab turnover machine. Let panels automatically feed into the host for grinding. 2. Before automatic slab grinding, check whether feeding induction is normal and whether the grinding head can be operated normally. 3. After ejecting, check whether brightness of the panel polished meets relevant requirements. The speed is adjustable at the time according to the requirement. 3. Precautions. 1. Note lifting rotary switch on the manual operation panel. The button cannot be rotated to the descending position before the grinding head stops rotating. Descending is only convenient for assembly and disassembly of the head and for replace of grinding materials. During commissioning, it is only rotated upwards to lift the head for emergency and abnormal conditions. 2. If touching the button of parameters of a grinding head on the home page, the display terminal changes into the picture of setting of head lifting parameters. This picture is used to set and adjust displacement steps, approximately 13.6 mm for each step, of judgment points in relevant conveyor areas in a dynamic state of the grinding head. Descending of the head during feeding of the plate is termed as feeding, and ascending of the head during ejecting of the plate as ejecting. Such parameters represent the maximum detection steps of the head deviating against the heading direction of the conveyor from front and rear sides of the head center during lifting. In the same way, parameters of side up and side down represent the maximum detection steps of the head deviating against the current position of the crossbeam from front and rear sides of the head center during lifting of the head. 3. If touching the machinery equipment in original pictures, the display terminal changes into home page. This picture is used to show, set and adjust parameters of the conveyor and the crossbeam. The function of the picture in setting and adjusting advance retreat pause time is used to prevent mechanical shock. Adjustable front bridge and post bridge increase and decrease amplitude is set to effectively adjust frequent lifting of the head when the crossbeam moves automatically onto edges of the grinding plate. Minus parameters stand for reduced shrinkage during adjustment and increased expansion in the contrary. 4. The display terminal changes into the machine diagnosis picture to read the fault and guide troubleshooting. When you touch the machine diagnosis button on the home page in a fault or when a fault occurs during operation, press down the button of fault resetting to remove system fault warning. In a minor fault, the light against the picture will be on during action of detecting element or control switch. Fault warning occurs whenever a grinding head alarms due to overloading, or no plate is available on the conveyor, or it is necessary to remove plate memory on the conveyor. Touch the button of clear on the picture for 2 seconds to remove all memories. The crossbeam resumes original front and rear displacement amplitude and the grinding head does not descend as it is empty in the detection zone of the head. 5. The display terminal changes into the picture of production statistics statement. If you touch the button of production statistics on the home page, this picture is used to count daily production and the gross production of the machine within 1 week. The picture of production statistics statement provides such functions as yield clear, yield change, and password clear. Initial password for clear of cumulative production is 88. Put a new password of a cumulative production clear according to hint after correct password is put in. For convenience of operation, press down the button for home page in any picture when it is necessary for changing home screen. During automatic operation, the grinding head can be manually lifted, or panels can be fed manually or automatically. In shutdown and manual state of the machine, the grinding disc is not engaged in any descending operation. and it is the ascending position only. 6. Commissioning and handover of equipment. Before commissioning of the machine, the client must designate special operators to participate into machine commissioning of installation technicians, so as to be familiar with operation process and receive training for operation skills. After confirmation of normal operation and skill mastering, equipment installation and commissioning procedures shall be transacted and delivered to the client for use. 7. Maintenance. 1. Before operation, the operator shall read instructions and receive training for operation skills. During daily operation, the operator shall observe and check the machine regularly to get operation conditions of the machine. 2. Water pressure, gas pressure, and lubricating and rotating positions shall be checked frequently. Lubricating grease shall be added regularly and recorded with our table. 3. Frequently observe to detect damaged slab and other faults. Make sure timely shutdown for clear, as well as normal operation of the machine. 4. After abnormality of the equipment, promptly shut down to check possible causes. During repair and troubleshooting, close power, water and gas source. In case of a mechanical fault that cannot be repaired, inform special technicians of the manufacturer for repair. 5. Anyone is not allowed to go into the machine during operation. The machine must be shut down when it is necessary for maintenance, check or repair. Attachment of the equipment. Installation drawing of the machine and a list of vulnerable parts. Please keep these materials properly for convenience of overhaul and maintenance. Equipment requirements, installation procedures, operation demonstration and maintenance matters of ZDMJ automatic stone polishing machine are introduced above in a rather visual form. We hope that you can get familiar with structure of usage of this machine more rapidly and more simply through this video, so as to use this equipment in a rational and effective way and to maintain normal operation of the equipment. Please call us for further information. Thank you for watching.